Bill suddenly jacked the car.
Take that!
Hey guys, welcome back. Good to have you again. If you're a first-time visitor, welcome. As for today, we're taking them to
Deadwood,
North
Dakota. No, South Dakota.
Deadwood, South Dakota. So we're still in Custer State Park, staying there. First thing we can tell you is driving around Custer State Park, you really want to get your driving done before like 10 a.m. The roads were terrible. Like the traffic going into Keystone on our way up to Deadwood was like miles long. Miles of traffic.
Like what, 4 miles, 5 miles? I think I counted.
This is Mount Rushmore traffic. We have gone how many miles since we left Rushmore, Dad?
About a mile.
About a mile, and they're still going. This is traffic coming into Keystone.
It's kind of a longish drive to Deadwood, and we underestimated it a little bit. It was quite a drive. And we got into Deadwood. We didn't know what really there was to see. We stopped at the tourism building. They told us kind of what was there and blah, blah, blah. And basically, I think you can see almost everything from if you walk Main Street. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. So she advised that we find some street parking and use a parking meter, and we didn't have any trouble finding one. And so we parked and put our quarters in and headed off to Main Street. One of the first things we stopped at was the Franklin Hotel, which is an old historical hotel. Actually, I don't know much about it, but they said go to the Franklin Hotel, so we went. I know when you go to Vegas, you can't bring underage people into casinos.
Yeah, but they let us in.
They did. They let kids into the casinos. Of course, they can't gamble, but they didn't have any problem with families walking in and out of the casinos, apparently. We saw lots of signs about Wild Bill died here, he was shot here, this here. It seemed like there were 3 or 4 different bars that had something to do with Wild Bill, and we were a little confused as to what happened where.
Yeah. We did go to one place that was where Wild Bill Hickok actually died. Was it where he died, or was it just a reenaction of it?
Well, they had a reenactment there, but I don't know if that's where it actually happened. I guess I'm going to trust. I think they're all trying to sell beer. And so they say this is where he died. And you come in and you think, I'm not sure. In fact, there's even more confusion about Wild Bill. You can go up and see on top of the hill, I think, is a cemetery where he's supposed to be buried. We heard some folks talking about Colorado actually believes he was shot in Colorado, or his body belonged in Colorado or something, and so they have the body and this is just a tomb. It doesn't really have his body, but even the tourism people didn't seem to really know, like, is this where he is or is he not there? Maybe they're intentionally keeping it a mystery.
It was definitely very confusing.
Or maybe we had too many beers ourselves.
I didn't have any beers.
Then we found the hotel owned by Kevin Costner. It was called Blue something, I can't remember, but it was pretty cool because if you walk through, it's right on Main Street. There were plenty of displays on the walls from Kevin Costner movies, which to me, he gets a bad rap. I don't think a lot of manly men like Kevin Costner, or for some reason, I don't get it. I like Kevin Costner movies.
I like Kevin Costner movies.
Yeah, well, so the boys weren't familiar with any of the movies that we were talking about before the trip. And so when they were seeing the costumes, like they had the costume for Open Range and Bodyguard and Waterworld,
which
and
we recently have seen.
yeah, so when we got home, we had to show the boys all of these movies. Oh, Dances with Wolves. They had some Dances with Wolves stuff. I think the boys had seen Dances with Wolves before. Yeah. But then we found ourselves walking down the street and came across this fella that said he was Wild Bill. And he had the long hair and the big hat. And he really looked the part. And he was standing right outside of the Gunslinger Saloon. And so we talked to the guy for quite a while. He told some good stories. I enjoyed talking with him. And one of his stories was how the gunfighting didn't actually happen there on Main Street because the way he put it is they didn't want to get shot and land in all the horse crap. That Main Street would have been full of manure, basically, because a lot of traffic is coming through there. So the gunslingers, they must be
they must be very sanitary people.
Gunslingers are sanitary people, I suppose. He says they went off. He pointed to a street about 2 blocks down, a little side street, and he said, "Well, they go to the side street because if you're going to get shot and fall in the street, you don't want to lose a gunfight and fall in horse crap." All in one day. So you want to fall in a nice clean street, I suppose. Anyway, he had several other stories and he was quite funny.
Well, any gunfight would be that. There was never a gunfight in Main Street Deadwood. This thing was mud, and the majority of the mud was made out of animal droppings. And nobody's going to go stand out there and have a gunfight. They had one right there in Gold Street.
So you can shoot each other, you're just not going to stand in.
Just don't stop.
Well, you go down, that's not how you
got
want
your
to die.
limits, yeah.
You don't want to die. They told me when I paved the town that the streets are paved with gold, but they weren't, just paved with poop. Terrible situation. All right, there's a little piece of history.
That's happened to us in the buildings too. They do a reenactment of the Wild Bill shooting.
And I was in it.
Owen was in it. He volunteered. We were kind of there a little bit early. We had a front row seat, and he volunteered to be a part of it. So what did you play in the? Do you remember?
Gambler. I forget his name.
He was one of the gamblers that sat at the table, and of course, Wild Bill was shot during a poker match.
I took his seat.
You took his seat. Tough.
Yeah, I'm the one who took his seat, and I'm the one who sat next to him when he got shot. Enjoy
the footage. We got some little clips here from Owen's Hollywood debut.
Not really Hollywood.
His
was not
Deadwood debut.
That's better.
Sitting right here, Charlie Rich.
Charlie.
Gambler out of Cheyenne, Wyoming.
In hopes of finding the right man, others came simply to make their own fortune. Their attire somewhat more revealing than what was thought to be proper. Wariness, though, kept Bill alert, for all knew him to be a left-handed drinker, leaving his right hand free to handle his pistol.
Oh, you're racing me. Whoa!
Wild Bill's attention was on Massey. There was a friendly argument between them, and Wild Bill remarked,
"No, I'm going to take you this time, you little duffer."
Wild Bill suddenly jacked Paul.
Take that. Thanks for coming, folks. You guys have a great Deadwood day.
Before we left, we had one last stop. We wanted to teach the kids a little bit about gambling and what it is. And
boy, was that fun.
Unfortunately, their parents are not risk takers. So I think, how much did we gamble?
We gambled $1 and came out with what, like 48 cents?
Yeah, we told them, we found some penny slots. And so we told the boys that we were willing to risk up to $1. And when we got about 48 cents down, when we got about 50 cents down, we walked out with our pants still on.
Yeah. We could have had $1.06.
Yeah, at one point we were at $1.06. We should have left then.
We should have.
We'd have been 6 cents. What could we have gotten?
Ice cream. You said we'd get ice cream.
Said we'd get ice cream, but
Never did.
well, because you lost 48 cents.
True.
Come on, Dad, strike it big.
Mom, you won big time.
What did we win?
You won big
$1.
You won big time, Mom.
We got 50 cents.
See, we
Wow.
could cash out now, and we made 4 cents.
Woo!
But if we were playing with $100, we could cash out now, and we made $4.
You're teaching my kids how to gamble. Look at Owen. He likes it.
You think he's gonna get rich?
He thinks he is. It was Owen, then Ethan, then Dad, and boom.
Nope.
Nope.
2 credits, man.
2 credits.
So we had a good day at Deadwood. It was a lot of fun. We didn't realize how far we were exactly from home at that point. Home was Central Lake Campground at Custer State Park. And that was quite a drive from Deadwood to there. If you're wondering, I would recommend don't visit Deadwood from a central location in Custer. It's worth like saving that until you move and kind of stay up in that area. And on the drive home, we hit a horrendous hailstorm. You remember trying to find trees to drive under to protect
Yes,
us?
yes, I do.
So as the hail was falling, we would like dive off the shoulder of the road and try to get underneath the tree. There's not a lot of trees in that area, but we did what we could.
That was pretty much it at Deadwood, so see us next time at the Wildlife Loop at Custer State Park.
Bye, guys.
So.